6 offered by the senator from Oklahoma, Mr. Lankford.
President.
Senator from Oklahoma. Senate will be in order. All members take conversations outside of the chamber. Senator from Oklahoma.
Mr. President, thank you. This amendment is very, very narrowly tailored. It's in response to the bill. I've talked to several of the bill sponsors, and they've told me their intent is to be able to protect religious liberty, which I appreciate that, to be able to have a balanced perspective in this particular bill, because people of goodwill on both sides have disagreements in this area. The problem is there are 3 certain areas of the text that do not actually meet that standard of being a balanced protection. So this amendment goes into those 3 areas, corrects the text to make sure it actually says it's going to protect religious liberty. And it's 3 areas. One is a very wide perspective of any entity operating under the color of state law. That's a very broad net on that. We tried to be able to correct that one. The second one deals with striking the private right of action on this, which will dramatically increase the number of lawsuits. I can assure you, if Congress passes a law that opens up a new lane for lawsuits, there will be lots of new lawsuits in that area. In the third area is in 7A, where it talks about protecting all these rights as it does not, or if it does arise from a marriage, not from a belief in a marriage. So we're trying to correct that text to make sure it's not just the action of marriage, but also the belief of marriage. So that's what this amendment does.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Senator Lankford's amendment would eliminate the only practical recourse for same-sex and interracial couples to protect marriages under the Respect for Marriage Act. It would create an exemption far beyond current law for partnerships between government and faith-based organizations, the latter of which continue to enjoy robust religious liberty and conscience protections that remain intact under the Respect for Marriage Act. This amendment would upend a carefully negotiated bipartisan compromise that protects the interests of religious organizations and individuals while affording the dignity of marriage recognition to same-sex and interracial couples. I urge my colleagues to vote no and yield back.
Question is on the amendment. Is there a sufficient second? There appears to be. Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin.